I remember I ended up getting a text message from this girl saying, Baba, do you recognize this place? And she ended up sending a photo of the front of my school that I was at. And I met this girl on Fortnite. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Baba, and welcome to one of the most insane stories ever. This story all takes place back when I was in high school, and this was my grade 9 year. Now, in grade 9, I was a player, don't get me wrong, but one thing was for sure, even though I was a player, I wasn't the best. Meaning that my Riz wasn't immaculate. And to be honest, one of the main things I always did focus on back when I was in grade 9 was mostly playing video games. I think my grade 9 year was like one of the most iconic years ever because that's when Fortnite was getting huge and Ninja was becoming a thing and the full force of Fortnite started coming onto the internet. And I remember me and my friends would always hop on Fortnite and play it like almost every day, like everyone else was while this game was trending. But I remember one time specifically when I was hopping on to play, I saw that none of my friends were online, so I ended up starting to play by myself. But I'm not gonna lie, I am not good at playing games by myself. Like for example, if you guys have ever watched me play Fortnite by myself, I never usually end up winning. Why? Because there's so many sweats out there playing this game, and I remember I would rage so much while playing this game to the point where, I'm not joking, I just decided to play duos. I ended up hopping on random duos and I played a bunch of games with like a bunch of weird people. I'm not gonna lie, you meet some really weird people while gaming on the internet, but then I ended up running into one person with the username that made it seem like she was a girl. I'm not gonna say the username because I don't know if the person still has the same username to this day, but let's just say it was a very obvious girl username. So instantly at that moment, I ended up talking into my mic saying, yo, where we dropping? Oh, I don't know, you choose. And at that moment, I knew that she was a girl. Now, when it comes to me meeting girls on the internet, I don't try to make it weird at all. Like I try to just play it cool and just play the game because, well, I know there's a lot of you guys out there that would simp on the internet, but me, I don't do that. So me and her, we ended up just playing the game normally. I would do call outs. She would say some call outs. She would pass over weapons that she didn't want to use. And we just had fun. And towards the end of the game, it was actually kind of insane because we ended up actually winning the game. And she said to me, wow, like we make such a really good team. Yeah, I guess we do. Do you maybe want to play another one with me? I mean, yeah, sure. I don't mind. Okay, cool. Add me. And me and her ended up playing Fortnite for like literally the next 6 hours. And it even got to the point where when my friends actually ended up hopping on to play with me, I would ignore them just to keep playing with this girl. We ended up winning a lot of our games. And while one thing led to another, I remember towards like the end of us playing, she ended up saying to me, hey, Bubba, do you want to like maybe like play again like another day? Yeah, sure. I'm down. Okay, cool. How do I contact you? What do you mean contact me? Like, what's your number? How about instead I give you my IG? And then me and her, we ended up exchanging social medias. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I ended up seeing a photo of what this girl looked like, she looked pretty attractive, but one thing was for sure, she had crazy eyes. If you guys don't know what crazy eyes are, basically it's when you can kind of look into a girl's eyes and see that she's probably gonna end up being insane. Either she talks too much, or she's like too clingy, or she's just really, well, how do I put this? I think the only word I could use is crazy. So I remember I ended up basically just kind of ignoring it and being like, you know, she's a girl I met on Fortnite, nothing bad's gonna come out of it. But boy, was I wrong. Because I remember from day to day, she would always text me every night to play Fortnite with her. And me and her would always like play games together and stuff, but she would always end up flirting with me out of nowhere. Like she would say things like, oh, like you're so cute, Bubba. OMG, Bubba, like what if we like actually like went on a date like in real life instead of Fortnite? And like she always made it seem like every time we were playing a game together, it was like a date. And it made me super uncomfortable because I don't really do online dating. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like if you like someone, just date someone near your area. If not, then travel. But honestly, like one thing's for sure, it was just really weird. But I remember one day specifically, there was a day where I ended up going to school and the boys were really upset at me at this time because I would not play with them as much as I used to because, well, I'm playing with this girl. And it got to the point where one of the boys ended up walking up to me saying, yo, Bubba, you gonna actually hop on tonight and play with us, or you're gonna play with your e-kitten? My e-kitten? Yeah, bro, we know you're playing with a girl, dude. Like it shows what lobby you're in. Oh, well, like I'm gonna be honest, man, like I just been playing with her recently. She's good at the game, you know, nothing crazy. Okay, bro, whatever you say. And even though I tried to convince him that nothing was gonna happen from me playing with this girl and talking to this girl, I was majorly wrong. Because what ends up happening next, I gotta say, really made me uncomfortable. Because I remember I was basically going into my next class after that conversation with my friend. And when I was sitting in my classroom, just basically learning whatever the teacher was teaching us at the time, out of nowhere, I ended up hearing my phone vibrate over and over. And I don't know if you guys know the feeling, but when your phone vibrates over and over, it starts to make you think that it's an emergency. So I ended up pulling out my phone in class between my legs. And as I'm looking down, I ended up seeing a bunch of text messages from the girl. I ended up getting really confused because she knows that I'm in school at this time and not able to play Fortnite with her. But as I go on my phone and I ended up opening up her messages, I ended up seeing that she sent me a photo photo of her being in front of my school, and she typed down, Baba, does this look familiar to you? At this moment, those crazy eyes were coming to life. She found out what school I went to, and not only that, but she was actually there. At this moment, I ended up basically texting her back saying, wait, are you here? Yeah, I'm outside. Come see me. I'm in class right now. It's fine. Just say you have to go to the bathroom. And that's exactly what I did. I ended up putting my hand up, saying I had to go to the bathroom, and instantly at that moment, I went straight for the front doors of the school, and I saw her. I saw her there, and she ran up to me and gave me a massive hug, and she said, OMG, Baba, I finally get to meet you. You're so cute in person. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't mind that she wanted to meet me, but I wish she told me she wanted to instead of just showing up. Like, it made me feel really uncomfortable to the point where I looked at her and said, wait, so you want to tell me why, like, you're here? Oh, well, like, I don't know. I knew what school you went to because I saw, like, your photos on Instagram, and I kind of, like, recognized one of them. So, like, I wanted to, like, just come see you. Okay, well, I got class, so I gotta go back, but maybe we can plan this better another time? Oh, just skip class. I can't skip class. I gotta actually attend this one. Oh, come on, Baba. You can skip class. At this moment, she was right. The class I was in, I'm not gonna lie, I was already getting an A in, and as well as I really did not want to go back. So I thought the next best thing would be probably hanging out with this chick, since I would do it all the time on Fortnite. So I ended up basically going out with this girl, totally ditching school, by the way, which no one should do. And I ended up basically going straight to the mall with her, and we ended up like kind of going on a date, but then we ended up going back to my house, and yeah, I think you guys understand what's gonna happen here. We ended up doing the Devil's Tango. But I think the weirdest part was when me and her were in the middle of doing the Devil's Tango. She wanted to do it with the headset on. She literally walked up to my desk, put on my headset, and she sat down with me. And as we were doing the Devil's Tango, she had it on the whole time as if we were still online. Now, I understand people are chronically online nowadays, but this was actually to a new level that made me feel really, really weird. After that whole thing, though, I'm not gonna lie, I felt really uncomfortable, and I ended up telling her to leave. And well, she ended up leaving. She took an Uber back home, but once she got home, she ended up texting me that she loved me. And yeah, no, that was an instant block. I blocked her right away and totally pretended she'd never existed. And to this day, I have not heard from her since. Don't get me wrong, I am a major player, okay? And I will always go out and be the ultimate player. But for a girl to meet me on an online game called Fortnite and then come to my school without planning it with me, yeah, you gotta think I'm crazy to think I'm gonna end up dating that girl. But I mean, if you guys would, then just fall for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.